There he is with his breakfast. Oh, the champion. Got to feed him up to do it again.
That's right.
Otherwise, he'll never come back after yesterday. Looking snazzy, looking fresh. It is a bit cooler though, eh? Yeah, it's way cooler. Alright, so we're in Parmigiana Marina now. It's how would you describe the conditions now?
Oh, it looks like pretty calm, pretty nice day today for sure.
The boat seems quite horizontal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 We arrived here in the just on dark, like it must have been 5:30 last night. But yesterday was a bit of a day. But I don't want to tell you about it. I want Aaron to tell you about it. So just recap the day for us, Aaron. What happened in the morning? What happened in the middle of the day, and then what happened at the end of the day?
Well, we definitely knew it was going to be a day, right? We checked the wind forecast, and we knew that we were going to be facing some pretty strong winds.
And the forecast the marina gave me was exactly that, and came over the radio, which was 35 gusting 50.
Yeah.
In northern and central Adriatic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we just started motoring out of the passage outside of Korčula, and it was that was pretty easy going.
So we're heading into a border, currently 21 knots, not too bad. Hoping it stays that way for a little bit because it is right off the bow. We're heading down the gap between Korčula and Pališac right now, and we're expecting some wind today. Definitely by 2 o'clock it should be just generally diabolical and horrible to be in, so we're hoping to have very much made some ground by then and get to somewhere safe so we can drink beer and eat nachos. I've got a first mate, he wanted to be called. Now Aaron's on board. Aaron, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Everyone's weird on camera the first time. And we're just getting all geared up while we're in the flat because we can see the waves pitching onto the horizon, so it probably means we're going to have some splashes. And being the seasick sailor I am, I don't want to be putting on my gear downstairs or anywhere while I'm heeled over and in a lump, so we'll get ready now.
I'd have had a great introduction there, didn't I?
That was brilliant, actually. I think
I'm starstruck.
Yeah. I think everyone's going to be quite put back. They won't quite know what to do. Like, is he the skipper now? Is it like he just seems to have it all together?
Exactly.
You've got the skipper vibe.
Yeah, I got like all the right clothes too. Like,
oh yeah. Well, you have to watch out if Kane watches this because that's his gear.
Well, thank you, Kane.
Yeah. Thanks, Kane. Nah, keep it coming. Keep coming. Yep, that's it. No, it's not quite right. Not yet. I'll show you. We're just doing some knots practice here in the cockpit. But basically right now we're under full sail. We've got about 18 knots of breeze and we're motor sailing because I really want to make some height towards Hvar before this forecast comes in. So we've just been practicing knots and talking about gear. Look at Aaron's sweet get up.
I know, like a sailor.
Just been discussing the difference between about roughly a €600 setup with his gear that he's wearing, a Gill inshore or coastal setup, versus a €1,200 setup with offshore gear, ocean gear. So yeah, but you can see actually my other video of the OS1 gear that I bought. I reviewed that a while ago, so you can see that here. But basically now, yeah, we're just going to keep punching towards Jethro, try and gain height to the island, because we're expecting that 25 to 40 knots to come in later on today. And I don't really want to be hanging out of it going head to wind for that long. A couple of hours would be fine, right? 2 hours of going crazy is fine, but I don't want too much more of it.
That was pretty easy going, but then once we passed the point, then it started getting real.
I thought it was super fun.
That was pretty easy going. Then once we passed the point.
So Aaron's on the helm now. We're just up here doing about 20 and about 20 knots of wind. Still motor sailing because I really want to make this ground before we get too close to that forecast. So wind coming.
Then it started getting real.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had like, the whole idea was to leave early so that we could get as much upwind progress before the real wind hit.
Yeah.
And we probably did 12 miles, I think, 12 or 14 miles before the first one really hit.
Yeah.
So, tell me about when the first one hit, because we were under full sail, weren't we?
Yeah, we were under full sail, and then
what happened?
And then all of a sudden, I guess Nick started realizing that we were going to get hit with the real wind.
The real wind.
Yeah, and we needed to make some key adjustments before that happened. And so it was a flurry of activity to prepare ourselves.
I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, but I did leave it a little bit because I did want you to experience that flurry. But I wasn't going to leave it until the last moment because that's just stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went from 14, 15 knots. It climbed very briefly to 18. And then it went to 27.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the most wind you've ever sailed in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, on my training courses that I did with RY, we were happy if we got like 16 or 18 knots, you know, and then seeing sailing at like 30 knots, it's quite a bit different.
Yeah, a bit of a change.
Yeah, a bit of a change for sure.
Alright, so we did that. We put our first sets of reefs in. We didn't go all the way down, did we? Because it was only 25 to 27, so I think we were carrying half our mainsail and half our Genoa. And you had to go on the helm and shit, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I had to use my jack stays to clip in and.
Oh, when you went forward?
The clip. Oh yeah.
No, when you were helming, because you did some helming for a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, as we got closer to Stjedro, it picked up more, and it started pushing. So we went down more on the Genoa. Before it picked up, we went down more on the Genoa because I wanted to get those cars forward, and get that away, because that's the tough one.
Yeah.
But and we're on starboard tack, so the furler's on that side.
So just like that, we're at 33 knots of wind. It just hit like a boss. should be able to reach it from there. Stay low, stay low. You wanted to go sailing, eh? Yeah. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Alright, let's get ready to track. So, you've got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Taking in 3, 2, 1. Bring it around. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. For a storm. So still punching on the inside of Stedra, whereas 28 knots of wind. We're making 6.5 knots ahead. But me and it's going to be a battle. Keep going. At 35 knots. No, baby. That's 39. Handling all right. I thought we might need less money to make 40, but just for that. I don't want to stand though. Bullshit, bullshit. Get the f*** off the water. Peeps, so they can all see that he's sailing at 35 knots. We're going to go over there, beyond that one, past that one. Ooh, way away. Yeah, whatever. Go with it, go with it. Get back on it. That's it. Stay strong. See the streams on the water. Stay strong. I'm really glad I was filming that.
But yeah, then we decided it was getting big, wasn't it? It was starting to get. We were getting into 2 meter waves.
Yeah.
Just some of them were 2 meters. Most of them were about 1 meter and 1.5 meters at the most. But some of them came through at about 2 meters. We started pitching up and down, and I decided that I wanted to get that reefed. We were okay actually. We were sitting at 30 knots wind, and we were okay. We could handle it, but I didn't want to get into bigger waves and have to send you up. Or me go up, any of us to go up to reef more. So we decided to pull in the main a bit more.
Yep.
And you had to go forward.
Yep, and I had to go forward. Send all Aaron up to the front of the boat, exactly. Yeah, that was pretty intense, having to clip in on the different lines. And
I mean, you could have not clipped in.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have been fine. Probably.
No.
But
yeah, clipping in's smart.
Yeah. And then winching.
Yeah.
While the boat is pitching back and forth.
All the waves coming over. You felt pretty hardcore. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we motor sailed for most of the day, just because we couldn't make the headway upwind. And the Bavaria 46 under furled Genoa doesn't perform well sailing to windward and that sort of breeze. You really need to have a different sail on the front or a storm jib to get the better shape. So we motor sailed a lot of the day, doing anywhere between 4.5 to 6.5 knots. And I think when we really decided to pull that mainsail in, we'd just hit 40. So the wind went from, it was sitting at a solid 33, 35 like average wind speed, and then it went up to 39. 40, and I just decided no, we need to be very ready for the next one of these. So we held it okay though.
Yeah.
We held it okay.
You've officially sailed in the gale. Well done. Got it. Okay. Waves.
A lot of tacking, a lot of helming. The autopilot wasn't handling this, so Aaron got a crash course in heavy weather sailing.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which is good. We got very wet. Well, our gear kept us dry. We got very salty from all the waves. And then you made us a sandwich. That was great, actually.
Yeah.
I had this big, massive wedge of bread with some stuff in it, and I was pretty thankful for it, actually.
Yeah.
Because as we know, I get seasick, and I didn't want to go downstairs, so Aaron went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Thank you. For
Oh,
that.
well, it was my pleasure.
You said that was a workout, though.
That was a workout, yeah, because I was like, my back was like tilted at 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
It all comes
45
back
degrees.
to 45 degrees. And just my lower back was just like getting a workout.
Oh well, I mean that was good. So we had a plan. We went over closer to Hvar to get out of the bigger waves once we got above Stjedro, which was good. It was a bit flatter, but it was windier up there. We were hitting 36s, like 36, 35 knots constantly. So she was pretty ragey. But the boat handled it well. We handled it okay. Aaron's still alive. He slept for about 19 hours. I was worried he wasn't going to wake up. But it was a well-deserved meal at the end of the night, and a good beer. So, good.
Yeah,
good.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And ending thoughts on being out in that sort of weather.
Well, I mean, that was what real sailing's like, right? I felt like I was actually really sailing, and like it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was, of course, worrying at times, and I mean, it'd be stupid not to worry, right? But like,
good, I've taught him well.
Yeah, but like, you know, there at no point was I like, you know, like super scared or afraid, and I think it was more fun and exciting and, you know, adrenaline inducing than anything. Yeah. So, and
you learned all about having good gear and good gloves and all of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, excellent. And just it's a bit of a disclaimer on that. This is not a video that is encouraging people to go sailing in 40 knots of wind. It's a very serious weather. Yes, I have a lot of experience in that, and I know this boat. So that's a key thing. It's like you might rent a charter boat and go out and go, oh yeah, well, I mean, it should be able to handle it. Yeah, ideally it should be able to handle it if you handle it correctly. But at the same time, it's not your boat. You haven't spent hours and hours and hours and hours sailing it in different conditions. Do you pore over the rig yourself? Do you know the bolts are tight? Do you know? So just be very aware of that when taking on those sort of forces, because that's 40 knots is nothing to shy away from. Well, no, it's something to shy away from. It's nothing to spit at, and the boat can handle it if you know you're prepared. So, but it's very serious. We talked about man overboard, and I said to Aaron, "What the hell would you do if I went over right now?" And we just want to avoid that ever happening. But, you know, we had a plan in place, and that's really important to understand what that is. But it's a very real thing. And in that sort of weather, getting someone back on board, that is not easy. Like, really not easy. There's a likeliness you'll hit them or kill them on the approach. I didn't tell you that. So, yeah, just want to make sure you know that's not what we're condoning here, is hey, go out and try this. But definitely when you're with an experienced sailor and you've got a boat that you can try, all that sort of stuff, it's good to experience it so that you know what you are capable of, what the boat's capable of, and how to handle it, or just how to get out of it, I think is one of the important things. Cool. So I haven't scared you away completely.
No.
You're down to live life at 45 degrees.
That's right. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more, for sure. Although today it doesn't look like it's going to be as tough.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be tough. And it'll still be good. So we're looking forward to that. Oh, well, cool. Look, I hope this was helpful to everyone. I'm sorry I didn't get it out last night, but it was mainly because we are on the dock here. I didn't have shore power. I couldn't run my computer without running the engine. And I was exhausted. And I wanted to do this narrative with Aaron after he woke up and decided that he wasn't going to die. So, so I'll get this one out tonight. But you're already watching it, so it's already past tonight. But, yeah. We're going to go sailing now. It looks beautiful. And we're going to head towards Split. Maybe get to Korčula tonight. Cool?
Cool.
You're in charge.
All right.